Hi, I'm Kira and I live in the countryside of Japan. It's finally time for me to make a YouTube video to explain how I got here, what I'm doing, how things are going, and a little bit of information to get to know me better. Because I have a rural revitalization business in Japan, many people assume that I am Japanese, but I am not. In fact, I am mixed with 18 ethnicities and Japanese is not one of them. I was born and raised in Tanzania in Africa, and then I moved to Australia for about 10 years. Then I moved to the United States for an additional 6 years and traveled the world indefinitely. And that's how I got to where I am today. I am Burmese, Polish, American, a little bit Icelandic and Bengalese. I'm just a whole mix of a whole lot of stuff. Thank you to my parents for giving me such a rich and diverse upbringing, but that's basically who I am and where I'm from. I'm 24 years old and I've been to over 40 countries. I have studied at really great universities and I've somehow navigated my life to fulfill a life full of travel and adventure. I've also been able to pursue and achieve one of the hardest visas to get in Japan, which is the business manager visa. I am not fluent in Japanese, but I definitely do try my best. I moved to the countryside last August in 2024, and ever since I moved here, I have totally immersed myself in my community, and I started a business regarding rural revitalization and cultural preservation in my town. So I came to Japan with a working holiday visa, and before that I had traveled to about 18 new countries. As I was traveling, I really wanted to have authentic and beautiful experiences everywhere. I was using a platform called workaway.com to volunteer in different places, and I was working at a ryokan on an island off the coast of Nagasaki. Then I was living in Kyoto, working at an ice cream shop, doing internships in Tokyo, and meeting friends and couch surfing and experiencing as much of Japan as possible. I was sort of invited here to the Japanese countryside by someone I met online who had a free place for me to stay to take care of his koi fish and his cats while he was traveling. Basically, I ended up here and joined a traditional Japanese kagura dance team, and it was the first place I've been to in so many years that really felt like home. Ever since moving here and after traveling to over 18 prefectures in Japan, I have just fallen in love with the sense of community here and the nature, and waking up each morning feeling really fulfilled, like I'm living a Studio Ghibli life. Some of the best things that I experienced living in the countryside has been my ability to do so many things that I love. I somehow have so much time for my passions and my interests, and even though I'm deep in the countryside and you might not think that there's a lot of things to do, I think you have so much space and time to do all of your favorite hobbies. It's definitely my favorite thing about living here. One of the strangest experiences I've encountered is being able to navigate so many relationships and meeting new people without having fluency in Japanese. And even though I am not fluent, I think my character, with the broken Japanese that I do speak, people are really able to understand my mission and what I am doing. I guess with my network from the very beginning, going to meetings with my host and then going to meetings with my friends, slowly people are able to really piece together the person I am and the intentions I have. For example, when I had a meeting with the mayor, even though I am not fluent in Japanese and I really had to do my best to communicate what I'm doing, I actually presented this community survey that I created to share with my community members for people to potentially collaborate with me on my business. And it showed him that not only do I really care about the voices of my community and I want to do my best for them, but it could explain some of my mission and be used as a sort of supplement to what I was talking about. So it's been really helpful for me to present, my business card as well as my business model, and also have people around me that can better articulate me. But of course, I've had to memorize lots of phrases and talk to people authentically. They know me for being in a kagura dance team. They know me for being a master's degree student or for being a world traveler. And once you get the context of who you are, it's a bit easier to understand kind of their missions in life. So that's how I've been navigating my relationships step by step. Amongst that, some of the challenges include being so rural, and it's kind of difficult to meet new people sometimes, especially connecting with people my age is sort of difficult. Miraculously, through social media and my business with sustainable tourism, I have met so many amazing people from all over the world that are coming to visit me here. I am navigating it pretty well and I'm really happy. I I think what I enjoy most about Japan is how hard everybody works to keep the environment beautiful and take care of each other and themselves. It's taught me a lot about doing well in life and what success truly means. Being out here, I have so much care and attention in everything I do, from the architecture to the food you eat. I think Japan is really special in that way. So the reason that I'm living in Kitahiroshima, which is in Hiroshima Prefecture, is really interesting because I have been to so many prefectures, and the main reason why this place stood out to me is initially when I learned about the history of Hiroshima and especially how it is framed by war and tragedy. I felt so deeply sad for what had happened here, and also so impressed and amazed by how they rebuilt everything. And it was sort of a pillar of peace and rejuvenation. I felt so honored to live in a place that outside of Hiroshima is totally untouched by war. The traditions and culture that exists out here are thousands of years old, and living in the countryside in the Chugoku region, it is totally pristine. So many people have never heard of any of the traditions and history out here, and I've learned so much about Japanese mythology and also experienced such a vibrant community with everybody here. And they also are so welcoming to people from the outside to experience these cultures and customs. So I think it's so special outside of the main cities to be in a place that is so bright and vibrant and also untouched by Western influence, that they just really hold the essence of Japan. So as for what I'm actually doing in Japan, I am really integrating into my community. When I first came here, I joined a 3,500-year-old traditional Japanese dance called Kagura. That has been so much fun and so enriching for me. Because I was able to do that, I made so many connections in my community that truly feel like family, and that's been the best experience for me. And launching off of that, I really wanted to showcase the culture and share it with the world. And that's why I started a business to help preserve the cultures of Japan. I am offering programs for people to experience the countryside, also doing consultations for people that want really rich and authentic experiences, connecting with people all over Japan. It's just been truly a blessing to share my corner of the world with the world. Right now I'm offering a lot of activities. In Japan, there's a lot of traditional Japanese sports and events that people can attend, but many tourists are totally unaware of. So I'm offering the chance to come here and do a bunch of activities, overnight stays at some really incredible locations that are from locals in my community. People here have created such beautiful lodgings and accommodations that they'd love for guests to stay at. Whether you stay in a beautiful astronomy park with an oji-chan who is so energetic and is awake from dusk till dawn, or you are hanging out with a intergenerational woodcutter who has an incredible property where he has channeled his career into and wants to share the life cycle of wood and how we use it for bathing and food. I think the places that I'm showing people are really rich with experiences and are different to other places you can stay in Japan. So the other facet of my business is doing consultations. The reason I started offering them was people had a lot of questions for me and how I'm doing what I'm doing. I think with my life experiences and traveling across the world on a budget and really having amazing, authentic experiences with locals, people have come to me to seek advice on how to do the same for themselves, especially when they're young and aspiring to embark on their own dreams and missions. I think speaking with someone like me who's just figured it out and is able to do something I really love in a beautiful place is helping a lot of people navigate their dreams. One of the best things about my business is seeing how my community is so happy to see the guests that I am bringing here. Whether it was a 7-foot-tall guy from the Netherlands who impressed all of the kids by his height and his accent and his demeanor, or it was a very spiritual customer who could share a lot about samurai history with us as a student who is from Latvia, it has been so interesting to see how my community responds to the people I'm bringing here. And rather than it being just a regular tourist, my community is learning so much about the world, and children are learning about different countries. It's been so inspiring to have true international cultural exchange between people that genuinely love Japan and my community who is really excited and welcoming towards tourists. From the very beginning, I knew that I wanted to model a system for people to revitalize their communities all over Japan. This has all started with the intention of being a sort of resource and model study for other places. By the end of this year, I really hope that I will have this community center built and totally operating. And then I hope that I will be able to support other communities and scale the business and teach people the step-by-step process to doing what I'm doing, and be able to have my website as this major resource for anybody looking for authentic experiences in Japan. So maybe someday on kirameki.earth, you would be able to see all these amazing prefectures and all these countryside communities channeling you to the right places and the right connections, and all of your logistics are made so simple. And then this is the true way to easily and accessibly get off the beaten trail out of the main cities and just experience the beauty of Japan's countryside through one easy resource. I've gotten a lot of messages from people that really want to support me, and some people aren't able to come to Japan. And what helps me most right now is to continue building my audience for more people to appreciate the cultures and customs of the countryside of Japan. And with all the work I'm doing and with all the collaborators I'm working with, it helps so much to get more funding for the projects we're doing. So we have started a GoFundMe for people to help support, and being able to recommend our programs to your friends or family. All of these things help support me and my community. And if you have any ideas for collaborations and things you'd like to do to help work together, I'm always looking forward to reading your emails at contact@kirameki.earth. So please get in touch with me. I would love to hear from you. The last thing that I would like to say is that this has definitely been one of the most challenging and amazing learning experiences of my life. But I want everybody to know that this is definitely a passion project, and I wake up every day so grateful to live here. And the reason I'm doing this is not for money and it's not for fame, it's for my community and for the future. And honestly, I really just want to bring my kids into a world that has so many authentic connections with humanity. And I think there is so much history and customs in the world that really need to be preserved. And as we move into this technological age with AI, we really have become disconnected with what it means to truly be human. The best thing I've learned about starting a business and just life in general is to take as many risks as possible, to make mistakes and learn from your mistakes. I know there are some things that maybe I would have done differently if I could go back in time, but at the same time, doing those things at all is what led me to where I am today. So I recommend for anyone out there who is searching for their dreams to just get started. You don't have to wait for an arbitrary date to get started. It doesn't have to be New Year's or your birthday. The best time to start is now. So I really recommend people to send it and do what they love. And I truly believe that the universe will conspire to help you when you really channel your passion and love into anything you do. That's what I'd like to share with the world. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you would like to see more. I appreciate all of you for watching this, and I hope you all have a great day. Yeah!